why we do actual versus real field temperature when it comes to the weather.
Hey, so I'm a meteorologist. I can answer this question. So you're right, we do experience the temperature by feeling it, but we don't just experience temperature. There's a couple of different things when we talk about real feel. Usually that's some proprietary branding for heat index and wind chill. So right now it's winter, so we'll talk about wind chill first. So whenever you're just sitting in cold air or any air for that matter, you're actually radiating body heat. And that actually warms up a little layer around your body that keeps you a little bit thermally insulated. Air is actually a pretty decent insulator. It doesn't conduct heat away. Think of how cold a pool is on a cool morning versus how cool the air is. You don't feel the cold air quite as much as the cold water. So whenever you get a cold wind to come by, you're gonna blow away that thermal layer. So that's gonna expose you to that fresh cold air and it's going to feel colder. That's what wind chill is. It's whenever that thermal insulating layer is blown away and you're exposed to that cold air. Now, heat index doesn't take into account the wind, it factors in the humidity. How we cool ourselves is through sweat, and that sweat evaporates off our skin, and it takes a little bit of that heat with it when it evaporates. For the water to actually evaporate off your skin, it has to have somewhere to go in between all of the air molecules, so if it's really, really humid, all of that air is saturated, so we can't evaporate into it, so you wind up retaining that body heat. And so if you just had a neutral, the fun thing is with heat index is actually it can lower the temperature. If it's super, super dry, the air is going to wick away more water. So at some point, there's sort of a neutral point where it's just neutral air and you feel exactly as the air temperature. So with heat index and with wind chill, yes, we feel a temperature, but other factors other than the air temperature can make it feel either colder or warmer than the actual air temperature. So yeah, it sometimes doesn't make intuitive sense to say it's 20 degrees, but it feels like 15. It's a comparison of without the wind, or the other side, without the humidity, what would it actually be like? Because it's a human-centered metric. It's not going to affect the temperature that water is going to freeze at, but it is going to affect how quickly you get frostbite, how quickly you get hyperthermia, and the other side, how quickly you might get heat exhaustion on a summer day. Really good question.